What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Majai Vernon, aka Mr. Money Man, aka I do real estate, aka I'm an entrepreneur. Look, man, come to give you the news, the blues, and clues to get your money right, get your life right, and ultimately put you in a position of winning. And like we always like to say, it's no longer about the why, it's about what's the reason. What's the reason we do what we do, man? You know. And me personally, man, I believe when you deep dive and go all in into pondering on that statement, you begin to find yourself. So, what's the reason we do what we do, man? We ultimately do what we do to change the narrative, man. We got to change the narrative, and we do that by changing the conversations in the household. We got to change the mindset. We gotta activate a paradigm shift, that takes place within the ecosystem of the family. It's no longer just, sitting up and, orchestrating very menial things. We got to do bigger king and queen, god and goddesses type of vibrations and conversations and thought patterns. We ain't operating as peasants, man. So, we got to change the mindset within the household, and ultimately what that'll do, that'll begin to cultivate a culture to where, the things that take place will have meaning behind it. It'll have substance behind it. And in turn, you'll begin to create a legacy. And by creating that legacy, a dynasty is formed. And once that dynasty is formed, you will begin to have something that the generations to come will be proud of. Something they can look for. Because just thinking that you're gonna create it, and ultimately you put yourself in this because it's a grind. I mean, and it's beyond the scope of just a day-to-day grind. Like anybody who's created anything worth having and leaving a legacy behind, there's some fucking grinding going on. Now if you just think that that's going to take place and then your offsprings will, just uphold it, then you're sadly mistaken. I mean, outside of the fact of just creating a $1 billion conglomerate, then that might be the case. But outside of that, you're just thinking that you're going to create a $10 million, nest egg and think that, your fucking, offsprings will live off of that. Like, you two accidents away from, your whole legacy being wiped out. So that's not what we're doing. When you create a dynasty, it's a lot of cultivation that takes place in that, So, and I don't have all the answers, man. And that's the beauty that I'm beginning to, I just start the conversation, man. Start the conversation. It's a collective effort. Because anybody who knows anything about forming a dynasty, even the greatest dynasties fall, but it wasn't at the hands of one, that was some, it was more than just a family name, even though that's where it originated from. But in order to have a dynasty, man, you're going outside of your own, and other people got to uphold the same principles that you had, and with the same amount of, care and love behind it, love or hate, So I don't have all the answers, but I'm willing to initiate the thought, light a fuse, and continue to strive down this journey. Because one thing I do know, man, the law of manifestation, the law of attraction, that shit is real. It is very much so real, and as long as you believe wholeheartedly, there's certain things and you can see it and you can feel it and you can touch it, you know, it's destined to happen, you know. Uh, you know, so it might not be in your lifetime, but you never know what that spark done. So, man, I actually came out, man, just to take a walk. Just to take a walk, and something was very appealing to me. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about sun gazing. Now, I haven't looked into it a whole lot. I don't know too much about it, you know. But one of the things that caught me, I just like, well, okay, this is about to be sunset. You know, the sun is setting. So, all right, let's see if, you know, I can catch, 5-10 minutes of just gazing at the sun. And it fucking blew my mind. It blew my mind. Because honestly, I thought I wouldn't be able to do it in a manner to where it was very attainable and not hurtful to the eyesight. You know, of course you can look at it and you frown and, you know, the initial. But after that, it became as though it was just a circle of light in the sky with an outer ring around it. I mean, you literally seen the circle in which was the perimeter of the sun, and it was just like a white, object in the sky, and it was fascinating because, I mean, you could actually just focus in it and see it very clearly without no strain or anything like that. After about, 20 seconds of just staring at it, squinting, I could actually open my eyes and actually see it without any type of, squinting or anything. So, I don't know. I definitely have to read a little bit more on just what that is about, benefits. And actually, I mean, just then, man, I actually felt as though, I was recharging my fucking body. Diet, I'm just on a journey right now, man, just trying to change a bunch of different things, but I fall victim just like anybody else, so in this whole journey that I'm on, life journey, trying to, change your diet, but, and all these things, like, I don't know if I want to be 100% vegan. I like some vegan foods, have some vegan tacos, try to have, vegan patties, like a whole bunch of shit, over the last couple months, just getting familiar with it. And, you relapse because you don't know if it's something you can, obtain. Family not just totally with it, still got snacks and shit in the house. You don't know too many restaurants to go to. So all these different things that pushes you back into this whole fucking, bad vibe or this bad, arena that, you're trying to take yourself out of, but you just, unaware. So, but in the midst of that, man, you're still trying different shit, So trying to, I don't know if it's the correct colloidal water or the Armos or some, type of water, gold water and, silver water and all the different things, man. But I literally, as I was looking at it, I'm like, oh man, I don't know if all this shit is just, combine and just begin to take effect, but I really felt like the sun was fucking charging my body. A lot of people say, hey, get grounded, even with the meditation. Like, it's just a whole host of different things that's brewed into this big pot to where that made it very enlightening when I was just looking at the sun, man, But gotta get out your fucking comfort zone, man. Get out your comfort zone. You know, just a new day, new opportunities, and you gotta stand. Whether you seen or not seen, you gonna know. You just gotta stand. Seen or not seen, you gonna know. And when that time comes, when you will be seen, all the preparation that you've done when you wasn't seen is gonna prepare you for when you are seen. So you will know. So don't be afraid of you know, just jumping out there and doing it. Just jumping out there and doing it. You know, practice makes perfect. You know, practice makes perfect. You know, and one thing I know, man, is that it was already somebody else who was in the same position, walking in the same shoes. Somebody in a similar position, you know, who was once, you know, questioning the same things that you questioning. So don't think that you are any different than anybody else or anybody else who have attained the level of knowledge that you have, you know, that you're seeking. We all start somewhere, man. We all start somewhere. You know, the fucking dudes I'm vibing with now, man, it's like, fuck. You know, shit, I don't even know if I wanna even, you know, communicate. But then what happens is you realize that your frequency has attracted you to a certain group of people. You know, your frequencies have attracted you to these people. Now, you either going to elevate, you know, grow, or you going to convert back to the same thing that you was, you know, previously, to that previous wavelength, you know. But you're not going to it's not going to be a middle ground. You know, you're either going to grow or you're going to convert back. Either going to grow or you're going to convert back. You know, in this particular journey, I don't think it's no middle playing field. And I think that's just a law of nature. You know, that's just the law of attraction. You know, you're not going to half-ass attract something that you want. You know, you ain't going to half-ass attract it. You either attract it or you don't attract it. You know, so we ain't trying to get no fucking participation awards. Like, fuck all that. Like, that's not the vibe that we on. We either going to win or we going to learn. That's it. We either win or we learn. You know, so the type of grooves that I'm vibing with now, shit, they going to make your ass learn. You know, you going to learn something. Or you going to revert back to, you know, where you at. And then when you get your fucking mind right, you either come back and you play with the big boys. You know, you play with those that's looking to elevate, who's looking to continue to build. You know, but it ain't no middle ground. You don't get no participation award. Like, nah, you either do or you don't. You know, and for those who don't, they typically will remove themselves from the situation. That's typically what's going to happen. You know, when you realize you bullshitting, you know, because it's going to show. It's going to show in the actions. It's going to show in the understanding. It's going to show in the participation. You know, so you know, just like anything, man, I've been to prison, I've been to jail, I've been to all these different things. You know, I'm not no loudmouth motherfucker who want to come in here and like, no, boom, boom, I'm going to come, I'm going to sit back, I'm going to peep the scenery, figure out what's going on, make my move accordingly. You know, ain't nobody gonna fuck with me, and I ain't gotta fuck with nobody, you know, and that's just off the strength of, like, you know, but that don't mean you ain't gonna attract some motherfuckers who gonna try to come and, you know, try to see where you at with it. You know, whether you got a scrap or not, you know, that's all to be seen. But for some come and they're the more outspoken, overly loud, rambunctious type of people. Typically, it's a level of insecurity or it's a level of comfort, you know, one or the other, you know. But for me, like, look, I really don't want to fucking be here, better shit to do, but then I'm always playing chess, you know. So therefore, let me come in, paint the scenery, move accordingly, you know. Like I'm saying, you know, some gonna vibrate with you, you know, from both of those different categories, you know, and they'll soon weed themselves out because, like, nah, bro, we got two different distinctions of who we're trying to be, you know. You either insecure or comfortable, while me, I'm, you know, out of place. I don't need to be here. So therefore, we got different agendas, different motives, and different things that we're looking to accomplish. But the whole sense of, you know, putting yourself in a group of people who will push you, it makes them better as well as yourself. So in this particular group, man, I be sitting back. It took me a while, you know, boom, you know, I'm listening to the lectures, I'm listening to the engagement, things like that, you know. But it's quite funny, the fucking topics that, and this is just how the universe works, man. The universe is so, it always gives you the signs that you need. You know, it always gives you the signs that you need. You just got to open up the vision to actually see what the fuck is going on and make it correlate with, you know, your frequency, you know, and the topics will tend to be, like, I do my own studying, and whether that be through lectures, whether that be through other people who actually is you know, their own lectures or lives, or, you know, but it's only particular type of people that I listen to. You know, you might get caught up in the little bullshit, you know, entertainment shit for so many minutes, and then you go on about your business. But for this particular vibe, I only listen to a couple different people. So the educational type of aspect is kind of in line. But along the lines of your own reading and studying, you know, understanding words, looking up law, looking up, you know, maxims of law and things like that, you know, certain shit just comes together. And as I'm in these groups, you just begin to see that, damn, I was just reading about this. Man, I was just pondering on that. I was just thinking about this, and it happens so frequently. So these are the things that you just can't deny. You can't deny the journey that you're on, and sometimes it's just like, well, okay, shit, maybe I got a lot more to say than what I was thinking. You know, maybe somebody else, because one thing about it, you know, everybody has a perspective. Everybody has a relatability that you might be able to give to them that they could relate to, you know, and it's kind of like sparring, man. Like, shit, you know, boom, boom, boom. You know, we get in it, we go this way, we go that way. You know, we train ourselves this way, we train ourselves that way, and people's perspective of the different topics will help to either remove the bad connotations about it, or to progress in a full, and this is one thing about words. I used to say overstand, but like, no, just comprehend, fully comprehend. Because with overstanding, you might land somewhere that, you know, is not on target. So you know, with your perspective, you might help somebody actually comprehend it on a level that is more suffice or beneficial to them. So and that's where, you know, I like just having these real in-depth conversations, and from it might be we have 5 or 6, sessions of just me very, very uh, real light communication. And then it might be another occasion where, it can go on and on for, hours. And that's just the beauty, man. That's just the beauty when you self-reflect, self-educate, and begin to change your mindset. When you begin to change your mindset, and man, because now it makes you wrestle with, not only religion, and I'm not gonna even go that way, but because I look at even the way I might, consume food and things like that, fasting, it just makes you really, really, really engage and ponder on things in a different manner, man. So that's what I would say, man. When you ask yourself, what's the reason we do what we do? Like, if you're a basic motherfucker, like, I mean, I get it. That shit probably just floats in one ear and out the other. Use a basic. Cool, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. We ain't on the same level. That don't mean I'm better than you. That don't mean you better than me. What's the reason we do what we do is an intellectual aspect that one must dive into to figure out who the fuck you is. And it can do a lot of beneficial things to your mind, body, and soul, man. It'll begin to give you some comprehension. And I have another word to corroborate what I really want to say. Kind of crazy, man. Like, I be speaking, and I guess, I was a spelling bee champion, man, and my kids were spelling bee champions, and I wasn't on a national level, just here, local city, elementary, maybe middle school, some shit like that, So I just kind of, I find it quite fascinating. Sometimes we say words, and, sometimes words can be taken out of context, and they don't actually be appropriate to what it is that you're trying to relay. But I always catch myself going back, listening to my videos, and while I might have said a word, I go back and look up the definition of it. I go back and look up the definition. I'm like, damn, did that even make sense right then and there? But then when you go back, you look up the definition, you look up some synonyms and things of the particular word. Like, okay, that did fit, it did fit. So I do that quite often, man. And it's just to, like, figure out, am I fucking talking shit that don't make sense? And that's another part of why we do what we do, man. You really, like, okay, you gotta study, man. You gotta study. And honestly, this part of where my life is going, I just say I'm being free. I'm being free, man. That's what I'm on. My journey is about. Freedom. Anybody know me know I got a big family. And aspirations and the desires is for us to carve out our nice little old piece, man. Carve out our nice piece, and live on our terms. Live on our terms, I wake up when I want to wake up, do that shit now. You know, it might not be the best of decisions, but I'm beginning to walk in my own manner. You know, I'm beginning to walk in my own manner. So not only is the law of manifestation taking place, the law of attraction, but we don't even know why we do what we, you know, it's like, damn, why am I doing this? You don't even know, but you prepare yourself for your future self. You preparing yourself for your future self when you begin to tap in and understand why it is we do what we do. So what's the reason, man? It's more than just some fucking letters and some words. That shit is a movement that would change the world, you know. And I give a big shout out, man. Big shout out to, you know, a couple key people, man, that's really my family, most definitely. Family, mother, father, you know, in that whole arena. Children, all of that, man. Like, look, they play a very important part, because at one point in time in my life, you know, shit, I think they saved me, because I would definitely be behind bars, or, you know, who knows. So give credit where credit is due. But to the few teachers that I'm walking on the side of, you know, the Adam Marvin Henderson, A. Brown Santa, very, very good friend, as well as another few other very close people, man, that I get a good chance to just vibe with, and, you know, share this journey with, man, outside of my immediate offspring, and you know, some I don't have to say their name, man, they know, man, you know, but if we chopping it up on a regular basis, man, I appreciate you. And for those of you, man, like, look, just because we vibing, you know, life must go on. And for those who made it to the end of this, man, look, I want to tell you this. If you or you know anybody who's looking to get any type of form of business structure set up, entity set up, you know, tell them to hit my link, you know, go to the link below. It's in the description. You can actually set up a 15-minute consultation. You know, we can go through what it is that you're trying to do, you know, get you nice and set up, you know, everything from entity formation, business packages, business contracts, things of that sort, as well as, you know, hey, you looking to get your credit right? Hey, we got somebody for that. You know, that's what we do. You know, credit restoration. You need some trade lines? Oh man, we got some for that. We got some for that. You know, we got that. We got you covered. You know, what else? Are you trying to sell a property? Well, you know we buy houses. Yeah, that's what we do. We buy houses. But also, did you know we fund them? So if you're looking to fund your flip, look, you need to buy a business. You got a line of credit that you need to establish. Come on over here, hit the link, schedule your consultation. We got business funding, hard money, soft money, trade lines, credit restoration, you know, and just full out life mentorship, man. You know, get it how you live, man. You know, so yes, tap the link up, you know, let's get you going. Doesn't matter what city, state you in, you know, we got something for everybody. You know, we get you set up, put you in the right direction. and help you to start making, you know, the same type of moves that, you know, will take you and your family to the next level. So just understand, man, you know, nothing is gonna come overnight. You know, nothing is gonna come overnight. You gotta put in your work. You gotta put in your dues, you know. But if you're serious about it, you're looking to change your life, you're looking to change the life, you know, change the future for those who come after you. Like, look, man, let's go, let's get it. Time to do it. So leave y'all with that, man. It's your boy, I'm Jai Vernon, Jai, aka Mr. Money Man, aka I do real estate, aka I'm an entrepreneur. Look, man, coming to give you the news, the blues, and the clues to get your money right, get your life right, and ultimately put you in a position of winning. And I always like to say, man, I just can't, every time, man, I just got to say it, man, it's no longer about the why. It's no longer about the why. It's about what's the reason. What's the reason we do what we do? Got to change the mindset. Got to change the narrative. You know, we got to start within, start with the household, then with those who we reach out to us. Community effort, collective effort. But it all starts with you. So no longer about the why, it's about what's the reason we do what we do. And look, man, this is another edition of Wild and Rough Wednesdays. It's your boy, Jai Vernon. Catch y'all at the next one. Peace.